Hari Om and welcome to all the divine Atmajyotis to today's Bhagavadgita Satsang. Let us continue our contemplation on the 4th chapter related questions. Today, let us begin by taking up the 11th shloka. And these are the two questions that have come up for now. Why does Krishna say that I reciprocate according to whatever the way they surrender to me or Krishna? And what does it mean when Krishna says knowingly or unknowingly? So these are the two questions that have come up based on this 11th shloka. So I would like to now request each one of you to share your views. If you have any further questions also on that 11th shloka, please frame it. Otherwise, you can share your viewpoint for these two questions for now. Shall we begin with Smita ji?
Why does Krishna say that I reciprocate according to whatever way they surrender to Krishna? Shri Krishna says that people in different ways they express their bhakti, and in different ways they express their devotion. So irrespective of that, in whichever way they express their devotion, some by doing uh, 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 they sacrifice it by the fire or by giving up certain activities, or they follow different ways of showing their devotion. Whichever way they all come, finally the objective is the same, is to to surrender to me. So I would reciprocate to all of them, irrespective of however they reach out to, however they express their uh, devotion. That is what is Lord Krishna is referring to. And what does it mean by knowingly or unknowingly? By their deeds and their actions, what they are performing. It could be the way they are doing selfless service, or service to the society. So they are not doing it with the intent of pleasing the God, but they are doing it that unknowingly or knowingly, the performing that performing is what Lord Krishna is referring to.
This is how you see for now.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
One question I had.
Yes.
I tried to look up also. Oh, son of Pritha means who's Pritha here?
Kunti.
Oh, Pritha is Kunti. Huh? Okay.
So her son is Pritha. Oh, son of Pritha.
That I understood. I did not connect Pritha as Kunti. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Smita ji. ಪದ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಸರ್, ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗವಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಮೊದಲು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಗುರುಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ಏನೋ ಸ್ಮಿತಾಜಿನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ. ಇವಾಗ ಕಂಸನ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಭಯ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಂದ ನನ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಭಯ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಹತ್ಯೆಗೊಳಗಾಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಕಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಗೆ ವೈರಿಯಾಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮೃತ್ಯುವಾಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಭಗವಂತ ಮೃತ್ಯುವಾಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಅವತಾರದಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದೇ ಗಜೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಯಾರು ಹೇಗೆ ಭಜಿಸ್ತಾರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುರಾಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಒಳನೋಟ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಈ ಆತ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲನೇ ಈ ಚಿದಾಭಾಸ. ಈ ಚಿದಾಭಾಸವೇ ಜೀವಿ, ಚಿದಾಭಾಸವನ್ನ ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲನ, ಈ ಆತ್ಮದ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲನ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕನ್ನಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನನ್ನ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಗ್ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಆ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲನ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಜವಾದ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಜೀವಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೋ ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನನ್ಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಜವಾದ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವ ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ರೂ ಈ ಆತ್ಮನ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲನವೇ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಆತ್ಮದ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲನವೇ ಅಲ್ವೇ? ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅದು ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಅದು ಇಗ್ನೋರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಇಗ್ನೋರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾನು ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಆ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೀಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಶತ್ರುವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಶತ್ರುವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಮಿತ್ರನಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹನುಮಂತಂಗೆ ಮಿತ್ರನಾಗಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಭಕ್ತನಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಆದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ತನ್ನ ನಿಜ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಆತ್ಮರಾಮನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದು ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಅನ್ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲನ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹಾಗೆ. ನಾನು ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ನಾ ಹೇಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಸರ್. ಹರಿ ಓಂ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಮ್ಮ, ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಜಿ.
So, yeah, so similar to this, I also had a similar opinion. So, whatever the way Krishna would reciprocate is like, we can be having the jnana and also like be in the moment and be with the consciousness and mentally prepared having that, and not getting disturbed with results and other results, both positive or negative, whatever. And also that's one way, being having that jnana and putting into practice, and also with the devotion or through the yoga path, like, so whatever the way, so it's like what we do and we get back, we put our effort and the result would be the how to say, I don't know whether it is quantifiable result, but whatever the intensity we give or being with the consciousness, that's what we will be able to uh, accept it or feel the experience of being with the consciousness. So that's about the 4.11a. What does it mean knowingly, unknowingly? It is like this, people like ones who get this jnana through knowledge, and they know it and they experience it, and then they perform karma yoga. And prior to that, unknowingly, I think it is like unknowingly also we are doing all our karma, and like, but ultimately that is reaching to a point where one has to, through all these barriers or with struggles, and again that is leading to a spiritual path. So that path, I would say, they are unknowingly. Even if I take myself, like I was not much I mean interested earlier to this, because I was thinking more of logical is the key part of human being, thinking logical and being empathetic is the thing. But that at that time I would say I was unknowingly doing the things, but that ultimately ended up with some other things, and myself asked the question, why, what is the purpose and other things. So those barriers and struggles had lead me unknowingly to this path. So that's what Krishna here referring is knowingly or unknowingly, but ultimately is to get liberated and being with the consciousness without.
Energy, are you saying something?
I was not audible, is it?
For few moments, knowingly, unknowingly, you came to this path. Ultimately, it led to here. Is till there, it was clear.
Okay. Yeah, that's all, Vijay. Yeah, that's all I was saying. I was saying like, oh, these were my understanding and interpretations on these two questions.
Excellent, excellent, wonderful. Thank you
Thank
very much, Krishnaji.
thank you.
Padmaji,
Yes, sir.
Padmaji, by the way, you didn't share your viewpoint for the last one. If you want to, you can please begin from there, or you can directly jump into today's also.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll start with the last week, sir.
Because you had expressed your intention to
Yeah,
share.
4.10. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So why should one be free from attachment, fear, and anger? What does full absorption mean? What does refuge mean? And what does purification mean? So why one should be free from attachment is because being attached to these emotions of fear and anger creates restlessness, confusion, and suffering. Clarity is not there to take the right decisions. And that's why I think we have to be free from attachment, fear, and anger. Full absorption of senses means directing the senses to something higher, one pointed focus on something which is of a higher nature. Uh, of attachment, fear, anger, all these are of a lower nature which does not give us clarity. So, absorption in a higher, something higher, is always beneficial and gives us clarity. What does refuge means? Refuge means when the mind and the sense organs are all engaged in devotional service to Krishna or to God, the mind gets purified. So when the mind gets purified, only then the divine can shine through our actions and what we do. So that is what I wanted to share about 4.10, sir. Coming to today's questions, why does Krishna say, I reciprocate according to whatever way they surrender to Krishna? And what does it mean knowingly and unknowingly? So, each one of us, I think we connect in various ways to the Supreme. Some may see him as a friend, some may see him as a child, mother and child, or some may see him as a higher than me. In any way that we approach, he will take the form of that. If I approach him as a mother, he will become like a child to me. If I approach him as a friend, I can say anything to me and expect that how the friendship is there between me and someone else. That is how the relationship will be. The other thing is we can approach him through all the four margas: jnana, bhakti, karma yoga. Even the people who are engaged in satisfying their I think sensual the desires arising from the senses, I think to them also he connects in that way. If you seek material things, he is giving you that. However, the end goal of everyone who's approaching him in various ways is only permanent happiness. So eventually, even the people who are seeking all these things through their senses will eventually realize that there is not a permanent happiness in what they are seeking, and will finally turn to him, whether knowing. And that is why I think it means knowingly and unknowingly, because even when we are after material things, it is also, everything is manifestation of him only. It will finally go into him, dissolve into him. It arised from him and it will dissolve into him. So everyone is on this journey of attaining him only. It is only according to the heart's desire, how much we desire to attain him, and our understanding and maturity is how he connects with us. That is how I understand. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Padmaji. So there are many shlokas where Sri Krishna takes this first person viewpoint. In whatever way they surrender unto me, I reciprocate accordingly. Everyone follows my path. So there is a first person way of pointing you and me towards certain truth. So Bhagavad Gita employs many kinds of what I can refer as teaching approaches, are enabling our mind to open up to higher truths, many approaches, and one of them is where Krishna speaks in first person. So when we look at it at the surface level, so Krishna, who is Krishna? So there is a historical Krishna, and there is a Krishna as a eternal divine being, but some kind of a I am not him. So somebody, and that somebody reciprocates the way I surrender to him. Now, what is that Sri Krishna has already taught? That he is not a particular person. He is not a person who we relate to in the sense of a particular body. He is not some body. He is fundamentally no body. Fundamentally, Sri Krishna is no body, much like this space. And he is everybody. Very important. He is not somebody, he is nobody, and thus he is everybody. Only a nobody can be everybody. Just like how only space can accommodate all the bodies, a space is no body. It is not a particular body. Space is no particular body. And because of that virtue, it is able to accommodate all other bodies. So in a way, it can be said that space is the container of every body. So this is the fundamental truth that Sri Krishna has already pointed at, that I'm not a particular body, I'm not somebody, I am nobody, and I'm everybody. So you and I live this life with a notion that I am somebody. And that is how your and my Vishada begins. As long as you and I are living with a notion that I am somebody, you know who I am, and whatever the answers you receive for who are you, whatever the way you relate to, who I am question, you will get so many answers. I'm so on and so forth. I'm doing so on and so forth, so on and so forth. All that answers is nothing but your and mine, whatever we may call as life story. And that life story is where you and I are anchored as somebody. As long as that somebodiness is there, that somebody will have a relationship with other body. The other body will either be, let's say, beneficial to this somebody, or that other body may not be beneficial to this somebody. Quite natural, no? If you're somebody, imagine you are an elephant. For you, a pool of water is some other body, and a pool of water is where you go and, let's say, drink water or take bath. Very nice. It's beneficial to you. For this elephant body, a raging fire is not a beneficial body. A raging fire is something that is going to hurt this body. So a raging fire becomes my enemy. A pool of water becomes my friend. Again, depending upon the situation. So as long as I am somebody, then I am either a friend of other bodies or an enemy of some other bodies. And as long as I am living life with this kind of a viewpoint of the life, friend, I have a friendly feeling. Enemy, I have a worrying feeling. My enemy may make me feel afraid in life. My friend may make me feel hopeful, peaceful, but also it comes with a sense of what if? What if my friend turns into my enemy? Most often, if you look at the life and if you listen to the talks of people, please notice, most often in social circles, it's all about what somebody said to somebody and what they should have said, what they shouldn't have said, what they said, or how they behaved, how they should have behaved. So it's all about this kind of an analysis. And why that kind of an analysis is happening is simply because this fellow is relating to others in either I like or I don't like them. Because this fellow has developed a certain viewpoint about the life, about what is me and what is all related to me and mine. So there is that development, me and mine, and there is not me and mine, others. So as long as there is a split of life like this, I and others, I is also the me and the mine. That I develops into me and mine. You know what is mine? You know who are all mine? You know who are all not mine? Like how the very context of the Bhagavad Gita is the Kurukshetra war. War means what? Me and mine against others. So this is the fundamental way in which, as long as I do not have the clarity of the truth of life, what Sri Krishna is pointing to, this is the fundamental way you and I continue to live our life. And this is the very beginning of Bhagavad Gita also. Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Why? Because he's in a battle. Because life is a day-to-day battle. They shouldn't have said like this. I shouldn't have done like this. Oh, what will happen? So all these worries emerge because of the way in which I look at life. Me, mine, and others. So is this the correct viewpoint? Is this the correct understanding of life? That is the fundamental question that you and I have to honestly introspect. Introspect, very important. At the end of the day, I am chained to these thoughts in my mind, in my way of thinking about life. It is not about what somebody else thinks about life. Krishna may be thinking about life the way he is saying in Bhagavad Gita. But is that the way that I also am able to see? If not, there is no value to simply saying Krishna said like this. What is the way I am seeing life? What is the way I am understanding life? What is the way I am relating to one another? This is where my fundamental chain, my bondages. As long as me and mine and others are there, life continues to be I want something or I don't want something. Please notice, as long as I am somebody, that somebody, by very nature of its design, has various kinds of needs, wants, all of that become very natural. As long as I'm an elephant body, I'm an elephant, I have to eat. So the sleep, the hunger, the sleep, the sex, they become the primary drivers of my movement in life. And as a human being, above these, whatever you and I can call as simple, physical, existential requirements, these are called as very simple, fundamental existential needs. Nobody has to teach you about these three things, but it comes there very naturally. It is there. Nobody has to come and tell you when you are hungry, you have to eat food. It drives you, right? So, like that, they are very physical in nature. It is there. As a human, once when these three fundamental needs are satisfied, there is a yearning for satisfying some other needs. But all of them also take the shape of, as long as me and others are there, they take the shape of, I have to gain it from the world. I have to get it from the world. I have to make it happen in the world. So, you and I get into a game of how I will accomplish, how I will gain something. And when I gain something, how my life will be. So, we envisage this way of living life. Life becomes a movement towards a goal. So if that goal happens, I'm okay. If that goal has not happened, I am dissatisfied. So moment to moment life becomes a fire. Has it happened or not? Has it happened or not? And when it happens, by the time it happens, another desire has taken hold in that place. So, like that, life becomes a continuous movement towards some kind of a desire, satisfying the desire, then the next desire. A cycle of want, I want, I want, I want. So, what is Sri Krishna is pointing at? He's saying, at the end of the day, realize, oh Arjuna, you are me. Means what? You are nobody. You are everybody. The world is actually not separate from you. The world is nothing but your own reflection. The world is you. So, therefore, the fundamental existential truth is what Sri Krishna is teaching. You go to a valley and you all would have played this game. In that valley, you go and say, hello. And from that valley, the hello, 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 hello comes. You say, oh, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful comes. You monkey. Monkey, 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 monkey comes. What is happening? What you said is what you're receiving. What you did is what is coming back to you. There is no other reason why that valley would simply say monkey. Because you injected monkey into the valley. which is what you and I learned in mostly our primary school. If I want a mango fruit, what should I put? Every child knows. Put a mango seed. If I want a mango fruit, and I put a chili seed, and then when the tree grows, and now I go and kick the tree, give me mango, give me mango. If you ask a small child, if let's say some adult is doing like that, adult is going to a tree and kicking the tree and saying, give me mango, give me mango. And you ask the child, hey, what do you think, this adult is doing? What is he? The child will naturally say, must have gone bonkers. That is how you and I live life. Whatever we have done, we have done. But now today what we want? Today we want mango fruit. Today we want oranges, apples, grapes, banana, pineapple. But what is that we have put? We have put cactus, we have put chili, we have put whatever that we thought we don't want. And we are living life. But today they're bearing fruit. So Krishna is saying, look, it is not that I have any partiality towards anyone. However, as long as you are somebody, and as that somebody, how you relate to the rest of the existence, because when Krishna says to me, Krishna is not just one particular idol in some temple, or Krishna is not someone who's separate from the rest. Whatever you and I are moment to moment experiencing is Krishna only. That is a way of expressing about the existential reality. In other words, you can simply also say, when that realization is clear, it is nothing but me only. And that is what Krishna is saying here. To me. When Krishna says to me, everything. So, are you treating everything like how you would treat Krishna in your God's room or in the temple? Have you realized that all that you're dealing with is nothing but the divine only? Is that the realization that you and I are living with? If that is not the realization, whether I know that or I do not know that, meaning what? Whether I've realized it or not realized it. Let's say I don't know. I go and put my finger in a live wire which is carrying electricity. I don't know. But what will that electricity do? It will still give me shock. Why? That's the nature of electricity. And whether I touch it by having all the knowledge about electricity, then also its behavior is the same. But the knowledge can help me make the right choices, can help me realize, do I need to touch that live wire now or not? What is that I need to be now focusing on? So with the right knowledge, when the right clarity arises, then I can live life by ensuring when I would touch and when I wouldn't touch, depending upon what I need to create. So therefore, Sri Krishna is saying, your life is actually in your hand. I reciprocate. What do you and I want? What is that you are fundamentally seeking? That is what you are going to receive. When that fruit comes, don't get sad, because that is what you are seeking. So what is the fruit? Realize what Sri Krishna is pointing at. Realize that it is you that you are seeking. Realize that it is your own most auspicious nature that you are seeking. Realize that you and this world are not two separate. So Shri Krishna is helping you and me to learn this in many different ways. Hari Om. Any questions based on what we all have discussed so far? Or any other statements anybody wants to make? Okay, wonderful. So then shall we stop our contemplation, or do you want to get into the next shloka? Padmaji, what should we do? Let's stop?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Hari Om.